uniform, that is. Throws a little bit too fast for his own good. Nice contest, but a foul. Paul George is. Yep, this is the most important thing right now is making sure that these guys. Unfortunately, this might be serious. Yeah, this is unfortunately whether you are the reality working out on your own, or whether you.
Oh man, it was a fast break and I was the last man. I turned around and I seen someone. It was James ahead of me going for a layup. And I chased him down. I went to jump and go block it, but then I came down and it was just awkward. You know, my leg hit the stanchion. I looked down to look at my legs, and I saw my bone. And the second I saw my bone, I lost it. I just laid flat. I tried to lift back up to take another look. The OKC trainer rushed over and held me down, pinned me down so I couldn't lift back up. He told me, man, he said, you broke your leg, you'll get through this, but
plus more. It's been a journey. It was something that I had to go through, and it made me stronger as a person. What kept me going was just seeing the light. Everything was gonna heal fine. You know, starting me back where I came from and how I started. I had to put that extra work in, extra conditioning. Players, there's so many guys that want to be in the NBA and want to play professional basketball that you got to keep up with them. No shortcuts to it.
Wow.
You saw how easily George was able to slip along the baseline.
Paul George again. Paul George. During the 3-game win streak, the Wizards bench is averaging. We'll see Nicholas Batum tomorrow. Charlotte. Yeah. 2 of 7, 2 of 6.
Well, both teams 2 of 5. Wow. In the first half, the free throw.
Paul George the other way. It's Hill. They'll try another 3 and knock it down. Experience for most human beings. He's got 30. Wow, look at this. 6 of 6 is hard to range. 11 of 15 from the field. George gets free, drops in another.
That's 25. Super cute. Better than Lakers. Lakers are 0 for 5.
Here's Paul George, and he outside working on Clarkson. Paul George lets it go. The rainbow is down with 1.2 remaining. Mahimi lobs underneath Paul George easily as he got away. There's a catch and shoot, turning and firing that shot. Then Timber, down goes Hibbert. He fell over Hill, goes to Paul George. One down the dribble. Up it goes and through the well. Yes, sir, Nick Young. What'd you say about him getting hot? Now Paul George answers right back.
Paul George's hands without fouling.
Down 7, Nick Young in charge of guarding. Paul George.
Like I said.
Both sides of the game.
You've got to play like you did against San Antonio. Here's Paul George.
And some more.
He was just 1
assist on 9 baskets.
Have to get to the free throw line. Paul George. George Hill ahead to Paul George. And he will let it. George against Durant. Slips to the floor.
Gets back up.
He could have drawn the foul, couldn't he?
Sure could have had him with throwing the foul.
And here's George in the corner, wide open for 3.
Well, they caught the Thunder napping there a little bit. Everybody got set. Let it go.
Here's George again.
He's playing good enough. Let it go. Yeah, he's playing good enough. Because he got to let it go. With some anticipation.
Again, Paul George has now scored here in the 4th. He gets inside, draws the foul, banks it in. He's got 39. Hill and George.
You got to shoot. You got to make a
big time shot by George.
Yeah, shoot that one.
Paul George.
Yes!
Made it! And a foul!
Paul sure did.
What a
shot.
Smart
enough to get that one going to the rim.
Not one of them are shooting less than 40%. Right. George knows the line to shoot free. George back on the court, pumps up no shot, put down his 14th point of the night. 10-2 run by Utah, but George has a way of cooling things off. Turns the corner, quick shot again. Oh! Nailed it. Push, pointer, one shot, good, off the hand of Paul George. Big shot. The Jazz just can't shake away the Indiana Pacers. Oh, what a big 3. Boy, Paul George has just scored his first 2 of the night. The Jazz with momentum, but not for long. Players in this league that you can label as an assassin. George on a three deep. And now he's another foul. And they're going to count the basket by George. Hill puts down his shoulder. 2 minutes left. Trey right on it. There's the spin. Turns, fires, and hits. Time at SLC. The first one of the year. Here we go. George on a quick jumper.
Top of the key jumper. George rattles it in. In transition. George an open look.
Charlotte sizzling right now. The field. 5-8-1-3 they are. Good transition defense.
And Monte Ellis had ran the floor. He had open look.
On his advantage.
Paul George flashes the three.
The shots can fall all they want, but if you're not getting stops, you cannot pull away, and this Hornets team has ratcheted up their game.
First,
George against Baum. Who do we get the switch? Griffin's on him. 3 ball. Bingo.
George has that so quickly. I think it's surprised like how quickly and freely he threw that lob.
And he gives it up. George
has not scored this quarter.
over Jordan. Good contest, great shot. I actually have made a phone call. The Clippers should say, hey, George is stuck. I don't mean he's leaking out his hill. He's able to save it. Wow. Shot. Wow. Paul George. Not your leader, Chris Paul, but not your shooter. PG-13 finishes the game for Paul George.
The pace, the rhythm is all Paul George's game. He's dictating everything.
Paul George just knocked down his first shot of 3.
He's over 23 points a game. He's 10th in the league in scoring. Raji Stuckey. George for the open we shot. talked so much about his toughness and his defense, and we knew he could drop in threes. But I'll tell you what, he is fearless when it comes to shooting threes. He's got great confidence in himself. Tough shot. Swing it to George. He fakes. He gets free. He shoots. He scores. Paul George. Guys like Morris and Anderson who can knock down a three.
Yeah. And then still play that physical game. Well, this is Turner was in the
Paul George for 3.
He got pushed by George.
What a shot. They do. He drives. It's rejected.
Rookie Justice Winslow, just 1 year of college basketball. Indiana's won 5 of their last 7, and they come out on fire. He played George. Short rebound to George Hill, hits ahead for Paul George. And what a start for Indiana. Timeout for Miami, and an 8-0 takeoff for a team that's won 2.
That time D-Wade threw the pass too low to Whiteside. It was below his knees.
Paul George backed it in, I believe unintentional.
That's when things are going low. Got Whiteside at the other end adjusting his teeth a little bit.
4-point lead for Miami. Under a minute left in the third.
He does.
George from downtown. Feathery.
Turner checks in, 19-year-old rookie. Paul George feels it for 3. Paul George. Cunningham tries to stay attached, getting upside. George, a nudge, and a hoop. Backside Paul George. Firing, hitting. The ball hits late. Indiana cannot go 2 for 1. Long watch.
Paul George against Ilyasova. Lays it in.
Great job of protecting. And that was enough to make Stan Van Gundy call a timeout.
Reaction, or lack of reaction by the Detroit Pistons.
That's his second 3. George off the screen again for another 3.
He knew that was going in.
Here's another jumper by George.
Let's face it, knock that down. Paul, that's a heat shot.
Jonathan Bender up the loft. He said, hey, I want my guy Paul George to take over. And take over, he has 17 straight for Paul George. Here's George again.
Yeah, it's a